Carolina Vinyl Picker. I'm heading to Virginia. Gonna do 10 stores in 3 days. Stay tuned for that. North Carolina Vinyl Picker here. Looking through some records at Thrift Store USA. Never know what you're gonna find for $1.99. Little Gary Wright there. So far I've found 5. So most of the time it's the usual suspects. A lot of Johnny Mathis, Dean Martin. Even a little bit of Christmas music. But we will keep on looking through all of these here. I'll be back with you. Good Sunday morning. It's North Carolina Vinyl Picker. And on this episode, we're going to do 5 bands that I'm going to be getting into in 2024. I've been listening to them at the end of 2023, and it's going to carry over. And then there's some other bands that I'm interested in and getting into. So you'll see exactly what the picker is going to be looking for this year. I'm doing a complete 180. Last year was totally all jazz fusion. Just about all year I was playing a lot of jazz fusion. And this year I'll be going back to prog. So that's what I seem to do. I've been doing that for many, many, many years. My 2 favorite genres, and I just switch back and forth, it seems like. So I only bought 2 records this week. Both came in the mail. So I showed a lot last week, all the big haul I brought back from Virginia. So this week here, we're going to talk about these 5 bands. And during this 5 bands, I will show you the 2 records that I picked up. So first artist that I've been getting into, and he came from Roxy Music, and Brian Eno. This is his album, Before and After Science. And we're going to go backwards in time here. This is his 4th album. Well, there was one ambient album in between that I don't have, but I don't really want. Here Come the Warm Jets. Like I say, he played with Roxy. He also helped out with some of the arrangements and stuff on the Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. He's done stuff with Robert Fripp. He's done stuff with Bowie. I'm just now getting into Eno, and I picked up the 4 Essential albums. This is one I picked up this week, Taking Tiger Mountain by Strategy. And another Green World. So I'm just now getting into Eno. I've been listening to these records and seeing what he's all about. I didn't really even stream any of these before I jumped both feet in. The next band is a band was corrected. They're from the Netherlands. They're from Holland. They're called Druid. This is their 2nd album. And I listened to this last night and I really liked it. And they sound a lot like Yes, early Yes. They sound more like Yes than Starcastle sounds like Yes. This is their 1st album. This one's called Toward the Sun. This is probably the more proggier of the 2. This one here is a little bit less proggier. So Druid is a band I'm getting into this year. They only have 2 albums, so their discography is not that big. And then they broke up. This is another band that I'm getting into. And again, I'm starting with one of their later ones and then going towards their first one, Way of the Sun. This is, of course, Jade Warrior. And I believe these guys are from the UK. This is a band I've been listening to. I like a lot. This album's Kites. This album's called Waves. This one here is called Floating World. This one here is called Released. and I'm missing 2 of their albums. I'm missing their first album, and I'm missing an album I think is their 3rd album. It's called Last Autumn's Dream. This would be their 2nd one in between. So hopefully I can find the 1st and the 3rd on the Vertigo Squirrel. I know the first one is. I'm probably going to be ordering that today. This is another band, a 4th band I've been getting into this year, carrying over from last year. Coliseum with John Heisman and David Greenslade. This is their live album. After this album, they broke up, and they didn't make another album for like 25 years or something, but I don't have anything that their new stuff. This is the Coliseum Live double album. Picked that up at the record show. I'm going to be going to a record show next month. I'm going to be seeing the Vinyl Ambassador. Oh my gosh. All these big YouTube stars. Daughter of Time. Yeah, this is a great album. I don't know why I never listened to these guys. I listened to Coliseum 2. That's with later on. That's a fusion outfit that they morphed into. But this is their early stuff. The Grass is Greener. This is how it came out in the U.S. And this is how it was released in the U.K. The Valentine Suite. So they're kind of similar, but their songs are different. And so that's how they were released. And then their first album, which is kind of like a take, I don't know if this was released before AC/DC or after. Those Who Are About to Die Salute You. Sounds a lot like the AC/DC album. But I think this album came out like in 71 or something. This is really old. So this probably would have been before AC/DC. So yeah, I found this at a antique mall in a little town not too far from here. Newton, North Carolina, near Hickory. And he had, I think he had $12 on this or something. So this was my first venture into Coliseum. Their first album, which I believe that was a good price, I believe. And then we have David Greenslade, who I've been listening to a lot. And I really like him as well. And these are in order. Here's the first album. It's a promo. I picked this up at the record show for like $10. These records aren't that expensive. I got this one yesterday. This is my 2nd album of the week that I picked up this week. Bedside Manners Are Extra. And this is their 2nd album. I love the album artwork. I believe it's Roger Dean on the first 2. Then they came out with this one, Spyglass Guest. And these last 2 looks like they were in a library. You can imagine someone going to a library and finding David Greenslade. I don't know how long they sat in the library, but the records are like mint, so I don't think anybody knew who they were or took them out. This is April and May of 1975. This could have just been somebody who had these stickers put on there at their house, and then they just wanted to. That one there is pretty cool. That's their last album. This was Time and Tide. And this one here's got dates on here all the way from mostly 1975, from April to December. So it might have just been when he listened to it, he put stickers on them. So I don't know. I picked those 2 up at a store in Hickory, Retro Records. So yeah, so the runners up for this year are going to be, these are going to be the new bands that I'm going to be getting into this year. Novalis, I already have one of their records inbound, it's coming in. Leorme, Eloy, which I already found one this year, Silent Cries and Mighty. Finch is another band I've been getting into, and I have their 1 album so far. Hawkwind, I've been listening to Hawkwind. I like some of their early stuff so far. Matching Mole, Little Red Record I found and I showed that last week. And then I'm looking for their first album. Gong, I found the album You. So it's the trilogy of Gong. That's the middle one. I need the Flying Teapot, and then the third one. Gilgamesh is another, there's 2 albums that they made, and I'll be looking for those. Now, I know a lot of these bands, you guys don't know who they are, never heard of them before, but they're all early prog bands from the early, I would say early 70s, mid 70s, early 70s. And so if you're interested in any of these bands, check them out. You can probably stream their music if that's something you listen to, because I pretty much listen to all the dinosaurs of rock. I don't buy too many new records, that's for sure. So that's all I got for this week. It's going to be a real quick one. I don't have much to show, just the 2 records. So I wanted to go over those 5 bands that I've been getting into. And we'll wrap this thing up in 10 minutes. So if you like my show, you can hit the bell. I'm 22 away from 1,000, so help a sailor out, and maybe you can get me to 1,000 this weekend. So take care out there, and support them troops. We'll be talking to you soon. We'll see you midweek. I got a contest entry I got to do midweek, so we'll see you Wednesday. Bye for now.